Hello, everyone, and welcome to CineQuest Video. As you know, I think this is my fourth annual top 10 movies list. I do have a guest now.
Pleasure to be here, Ray.
So I'm not just doing it by myself. Bryce and I did watch a lot of movies together this year. So hopefully that continues. And we can continue doing these lists, whether it just be me by myself or Bryce, or we get rolling to finally watch more than 3 movies a year. We'll attempt that, and maybe someone else can join us that has actually watched a lot of movies.
Yeah,
or that's like one of their hobbies, going to watch movies, because we try to watch a lot. I don't know the exact number, but I know it was close.
you watch more than me, and I
watched a shit ton of movies this year.
Well, this year this year of 2025, I'm going to try to match you on movie watching.
I would suggest getting a letterbox.
Yeah, because I was having a hard time. Because because this year I was having a hard time tracking all the movies I watched. Because I had to go through the list. Like, oh yeah, I did see that this year.
Yeah, I mean, you basically have to go through my list and some of our past episodes on YouTube to see which ones were the ones that you participated in. In fact, or just ones that you watched.
Yeah.
Mind you, those weren't the only ones, but we try to like space it out and like not overwhelm myself. I try not to overwhelm myself by putting out too many reviews, because I do want to enjoy watching movies too.
Oh yeah.
All right, because it is sometimes a chore to put a video out, but I still like doing it.
Oh, you mean like the Friday the 13th extravaganza?
yeah, like watching.
That was wild, all those, dude.
Yeah,
and I don't dreams of hockey masks.
Right, at least 5 years before I watch another Friday the 13th film. Dude. At least 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. I think I'll start with my honorable mentions. And then we'll get into our from 10 to 1, and then we'll go over some of our worst. And here are the ones that I want to talk about. The honorable mentions specifically that I want to get into are documentaries specifically. I'm a big fan of documentaries. I love them a lot. But the first one I watched has everything I like about documentaries when it has to do with like music. And one of the iconic moments as a child was so We Are the World. I
believe the children of the future.
The wrong song
entirely. Oh, sorry, whatever. That's, one of those.
We Are the World, where all these pop stars got together one night to record this one song. And it's a whole documentary. It's called The Greatest Night in Pop. I loved it. I actually watched it twice.
Is that what the whole movie's about?
Yeah.
Just that?
Yeah. Apparently they had someone filming the whole time. And there was an award show that went on, and then they like invited people to go perform.
Greatest night in pop, but not the greatest song in pop.
Oh no, not the greatest song in pop, but the greatest night in pop. That all these stars together. It's funny because they had Dan Aykroyd kind of like mouthing his words, and then Bob Dylan like not giving one fuck, just kind of like looking around and shit. Hilarious. But I enjoyed it a lot. Another documentary that I liked was from one of my favorite actors, Gene Wilder. It's called Remembering Gene Wilder. Very sad. I did get a little emotional, because apparently he's like a really good guy.
Oh yeah,
he was a really good dude, and he was just like very wholesome, and he just seemed like an enjoyable person.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know. I liked it a lot, and I kind of teared up a bit. So
it wasn't Willy Wonka for nothing, dude.
That's true. The other one that I saw that I also got teared up watching was Christopher Reeve's Superman Forever documentary.
I bet, man.
Dude, I was like fucking like it hit, yeah. Am I like a huge Christopher Reeve fan? No, I just know him from Superman, and maybe one like After Dark Cinemax movie. I think he came in, but that was when he was younger. But his work with like the fact that he got into an accident and he couldn't walk and all that stuff, and he was like paralyzed. It's all crazy. It's wild, and it's even more tragic when you find out after he passed away that his wife passed away like 2 years later from cancer. That's just crazy. And then of course like the kids and dealing with the parents, it's just way too much. It was a really good documentary. I suggest you watch it. It was on like Max. So, do you have any honorable mentions or no?
No, I you watched
I love
way more movies than I did.
I'll
my honorable mention, which
I'll say one more real quick. Quiet on the Set, the TV, the one about Nickelodeon, the one that was like going around for a long time. about like Josh Peck and all the Nickelodeon like psychos that
Was
did
that
some
this
really fucked up
year?
shit. Yeah.
I guess it. Yeah, I did see
long-
that
it's been a
one.
long 2024,
That's
my
a
guy.
pretty good. That was a pretty good documentary. I like that one. Which you may not, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. The Yacht Rock documentary.
That's another one I forgot to put on there. Yes, sorry. I would agree, Bryce. Yes, the Yacht Rock documentary was also a really good one. I saw that twice also.
It was
I
great.
saw like after I finished watching it.
Pretty hilarious too. Like, yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot.
I knew I was missing one. Yes.
I was surprised it wasn't on your list.
Yeah, I was surprised. The Yacht Rock documentary was the other
whole
one.
time I was like, got your ass.
So those are my honorable mentions. Your honorable mention. We're gonna go into our top 10 now. So we'll go 10, 9, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7.
Yeah.
So this is how we're gonna do this. So I'll go first. This is my number 10. Maybe a surprise to some. I haven't seen it on anyone else's top 10 list yet, but it was a movie I thoroughly enjoyed and it surprised me. It was The First Omen, the prequel to the Omen film. I thought the performances were really good. I was really surprised on how much I enjoyed it. It being a prequel was pretty much destined to be a, but I go watch the movie anyway, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. So it made my top 10. Are there better movies? Obviously, but I just thought the performances in this one and the story was pretty solid. The ending a little bit left to be desired and kind of questionable, but overall as a movie, I thought it was good. So what about your number 10, Bryce?
Number 10 is going to be Oddity. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting concept for a movie. Would you consider that kind of folk horror? No, I guess not, right? But it's like, I guess it's not folk. I don't know, like medium type movie. It's a movie about a medium, kind of like psychic type. But I thought the twist on it, if you want to call it that, I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it. For some reason, it was like a movie that really kind of spoke out to me because I believe it's also by the people who did Caveat, which a movie I have not yet seen and I want to watch. I hear good things about it. So after seeing that, I would definitely go check out Caveat.
All right. My number 9 is Terrifier 3.
Wild. I can't even believe it's that low on the list for you, but that's cool.
Well, Terrifier 3, I still like Terrifier 2, and I specifically said this during our review. I like Terrifier 2 more, but Terrifier 3 itself had everything I liked in it. Just left a little on the story that they were kind of promising, and I assumed that we're waiting for part 4 to really like kind of close it all up, or even take it even further. Who knows? Again, remember, art in space, art in the hood. Who knows?
But man, art in the hood, dude.
Art in the hood, man. Art versus Leprechaun.
That'd be cool.
Art versus Pennywise. Art versus Jason. Art versus Freddy. Who knows? The sky is the limit.
Art versus Pennywise would be interesting.
That would be an interesting concept.
Two clowns fighting each other. Oh,
sorry. That's my number 9. Terrifier 3.
My number 9, which is gonna surprise you, Ray. Dune 2. Great movie, I really loved the first Dune. It's cool to see the book come to life in such a way and like really lovingly put to this big screen. There was a reason it's not higher up on my list though, is I didn't really necessarily agree with the changes made to it. I understand that it's an artistic expression, but I love the books and I think they were perfect the way they were. I don't think they need to be changed. But I understand why he did it. But other than that, really well done movie.
My number 8 is a Yorgos Lanthimos movie, Kinds of Kindness. This movie was so weird. I enjoyed every second of it. I had to travel a little further than my normal theater because apparently my regular theater just is too good to show a Yorgos movie.
That's what you get, Ray.
The bastards. But anyways, I went. I was like one of 3 people in the theater. And you know what? That's a perfect movie-going experience. You have the whole theater to yourself to see this weird-ass movie. And Jesse, what is it? Plemons? I don't think his name is.
Which?
He's
the husband of...
Kristen Dunst.
Yeah.
Of course, Willem Dafoe playing some weird cult leader was crazy.
That was like funny. that Plymouth guy reminds me so much of a motherfucking dude from Boogie Nights. He died recently.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yes, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,
I put his face right here.
Right.
You
put it over mine.
Yeah. So
stupid, man. Stupid.
After he comes onto him. Yeah. Emma Stone, fantastic again. Last year we probably would have put Poor Things on my top 10, but since I didn't get to see it in time, we saw it earlier in the year. Then this one came out just kind of abruptly, and I think she did a great job again. She really goes for it in these movies, like just like no hesitation whatsoever, and I really appreciate that. What about your number 8?
My number 8 is VHS Beyond.
All right.
Yeah, I love me some VHS movies. You know me. It wasn't my favorite VHS. Not necessarily, but it's up there on the VHS movies. Of course, it's all about aliens, which you know I'm all about now.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up. Anyways, yeah, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. VHS Beyond. Again, can't go wrong. Fucking anthology about aliens.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So my number 7, Strange Darling.
Wow, there's some big twists in your list. I'm surprised that you have them where they are.
True, but I mean, there's just some movies that I like these movies a lot, but there's some movies that just really captivated me. All right, and that's where my top 5 is gonna be. The movies that just like took me in, like I wasn't even kicking and screaming, just like let me in.
Gotcha.
Kind of thing. So, Strange Darling, a big surprise. We saw it like early in the morning before I went to work, and I know people had mentioned it. Like it was like one theater in this whole fucking place that was showing it, and it was like the last day, right? Yeah, last day. Big surprise. Thought it was great. Kyle Gardner's now kind of coming up to a point where he's like one of my favorite actors now. And I forget the girl's name. I'm sorry, but she did a fucking
sexist.
She did a fantastic job. She was amazing in that movie, and especially that last scene. Fucking great.
Ooh, speaking of Gallner, I'm actually surprised your honorable mention you didn't have Dinner in America.
But that was like an older film.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
How old was it?
I think it was like 2 years or a year and 2 years.
Oh, is it like one of those where it just got
like happened to be released or something?
Okay.
Like that, yeah. But like,
right. Sorry about that. I don't know.
That was also a good one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 7. Strange Darling. Definitely check it out if you have a chance. I think most people could enjoy this movie. It's twisty, turny. You don't know who's who or who's playing what, and you don't know who to root for probably till the very end. And you're just like, what the fuck? But anyways, great.
My number 7 was Alien Romulus. It was a great addition to the Alien. Oh, I'd say addition. I mean, it didn't add any lore to it. You know, it didn't have to. It was just a good Alien movie. I thought that guy, I'm sorry, I don't know his name. The guy who played the android, that he did a real good job. Mm-hmm. It's just a good, fun Alien movie. They didn't add any new lore to it, anything like that. It was just it expanded upon the worlds that we all kind of know from the first and second one. We just know they don't really show you much. It's just people on ships. This one they kind of go out a little bit more and show you like what it is like to live like in a city of that time. So I don't know. I just thought it was a good little story. I liked it.
I think the heroine in the movie, she did a great job also.
Oh yes,
she was. She also came out in Civil War also.
That's right.
I think she did a fantastic job, and I hope to see more from her as well because she's really great.
Yep.
My number 6 was a movie I kind of fell in love with immediately once the soundtrack hit. As soon as the credits rolled, I was just like, I'm in it. Yeah. I'm in. Yeah. It was Love Lies Bleeding. I love this movie. I thought I had a great time watching it. It's kind of weird enough, and so I don't know. Like I know Bryce might say it's like because I like women who lift.
Yeah, you like muscle mommies.
I like muscle mommies. It's fine.
But
I thought Kristen Stewart, who's not one of my favorite actresses at all, I think this role kind of fits her personality So I don't think she was like really playing anyone else but herself, and I think it fit well within the context of this movie. And of course, the soundtrack hit. Ed Harris is in it. He's a real piece of shit, and he does that really well also. And I forget the name of the other person involved, but I know she came out in Twisters, and she also came out in this film, and she did a fantastic job also. They won me over, Bryce. This movie won me over, and I hope to own it on a nice special edition version of the.
This movie
Blu-ray.
was made for you, though, man. I'm surprised not. Honestly, surprised not higher up. And you know what? Just for you, man. I'm gonna give it an honorable mention to me. I didn't dislike it. It just wasn't. I don't know, but
I don't know. It just got me. It got me. So you're number 6, Bryce.
Sorry. Hold on. My phone died on me. It won't die, but it shut off. Let's see. Strange Darling.
Nice.
I really enjoyed it. Kyle Gowner, he did a great job as like this like cop on revenge. Like, I don't know, it's a good like movie, like cat and mouse kind of like chase thing, you know. There's a little like, I guess, kind of a twist in it. Like, I mean, not a big one, but you don't know
you don't know who's the villain, who's the good guy, or they're both.
I didn't know what to expect from it when I went and saw it, so to me it was a good surprise. Like, that's what I liked about it. It was just, and again, like with Alien Romulus, it was quick to the point, and it's a fun movie.
Yeah. All right. We're getting to the top 5. My top 5 films. Number 5, I have Dune 2. I know that may be surprising.
It is surprising.
You're
reading Dune right now,
huh?
You're reading Dune right now.
I'm halfway done with Dune. It is a long book, and it takes me a while to read because I'm slow. But Dune 2 was beautifully shot. I was just like in awe of like how everything, all the cinematography. This is the time where Timothée Chalamet kind of won me over as an actor.
Yeah, it's probably the only time I like him most.
I thought he did a great job. I wasn't a fan of Zendaya necessarily either, but like I thought she did a great job also. And then you have like, Josh Brolin. You have like all these like great actors. You have one of my favorites, Florence Pugh's in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Christopher Walken.
I actually like Christopher Walken. I was a little worried about him being the emperor, but I was like,
he's being Christopher Walken.
He did all right.
It fits. But Austin Butler, as I don't know the name of the guy.
Fade Ralph.
Yeah, also did a great job. A real evil Elvis.
Yeah.
But I just loved it. I left the theater kind of like in awe, Bryce. And I was, because I hadn't seen Dune, the first one.
This thing, a cold spice. We're really gonna need it. Oh, this thing, crazy little thing goes by.
Turn your eyes blue. I saw Dune 1. I saw the first Dune the day before I went to go see Dune 2. For the first time, so I was kind of like, it was fresh in my mind. And
you like one of those people that went and did the Lord of the Rings like before they saw the last one. It's they just did like a whole marathon.
No, I just didn't. I was never a point in time because I wanted to see Dune in theaters, the first one. I didn't get to, and I was like, I kind of lost interest, and I was like, well, I'll wait till Dune 2 comes out and watch it probably like a few days before. But I literally watched it the day before I went to go watch Dune 2. So everything was fresh in my mind. I was fresh on the story. Nothing was forgotten. So I went into it knowing exactly what was going on. And again, just the visually and the directing, the cinematography is all great. I loved it. So hopefully there's a nice special edition package of both of them together, and then I can purchase that. So
you ain't nothing but a quiz that had a wreck.
That's good.
Oh shit! That would be kind of cool. But they put like a nice steel book, and I can see you getting that, dude.
Yeah, I would get it.
Yeah.
You're number 5, Bryce.
I think my number 5. Hold on, believe it. Yes, Terrifier 3 was my number 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was way up there for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Terrifier movie. Again, Terrifier 2, far superior in a lot of ways, but can't go wrong. I mean, these guys know what they're doing with these movies, and they just,
you trust them.
I mean, they tick off every list, like part of a list that you want in a horror movie. And I don't know.
There it is. And they seem like really cool people that this is like happening, because it's an independent movie that's like making really popular. And Art the Clown is already like
he's
the
already
fucking
like
icon, dude. He's a fucking
phenomenon,
icon.
horror
So,
icon.
like,
Well, I mean, it's just there's so much passion going into this movie. Like, like they just love this thing, and
and you feel it though. But the thing is that I think the fact that David Howard Thornton, the guy who plays Art the Clown, he sells it so much that I don't think these movies, as graphic and like violent as they are, like him putting himself into it and like almost having like a very classic comedic style whenever he's like doing the gestures and shit, like takes it to another level that is not just like torture porn. You know? It's, for lack of a better term, art. You know?
Ooh, I saw what you did there.
Yeah. So all right, Terrifier 3. That's great. My number 4 is Nosferatu.
Oh wow.
Number 4 is Nosferatu. I was hoping it would have been higher in my list, but you know, whatever like little nitpicky stuff that I had, it's not my favorite Robert Eggers movie, but it's still great.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's worth the watch, and I think it's worth the praise that it gets, because every attention to detail, every shot, the acting, his version of Count Orlok, great. And I think Robert Eggers is just gonna do hopefully
on the
bigger, better
third day
things.
you gave me number 4 on your list.
What's your number 4?
Kinds of Kindness.
All right, Kinds of Kindness.
Yeah, movie was weird, and I loved every bit of it. I like the kind of like, I don't know if you call it an anthology. What would you call it? Like, it's like a short, like vignettes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I like that. That was an interesting format that he hasn't really done before. So and he kind of ties it together with that singular character. What was his name? The abbreviation, but and it's got like, you know, what's her name?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, just like acting goofy as shit. Like they got her doing her dance and stuff, and it's just the last one with the last vignette with the whole cult was like really cool.
It was so weird, especially.
I loved it though. I tried to the savior. Like I like that savior, and she just like, I don't know, the way they ended it. I loved it. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Man. I'm looking forward to some more movies from Yorgos, man. I think they're gonna be really good.
I think these are like those gems that like really need to be preserved in like physical media form, because like I feel like they're so niche for a particular audience. And I mean, that's like almost like the Criterion kind of world. Hopefully like it gets a pretty decent release, because I'm waiting for Poor Things to get a really good release. It's still kind of basically in the
Open for that unrated.
but I think like I just hope for like a nice special edition of like Poor Things and like Kinds of Kindness. I feel like they deserve it. They're just weird enough and niche enough that there's an audience for them. So I like them.
Nice.
My number 3, Long Legs. Daddy. Nicolas Cage at one of his
Save me from the pains of being the top 3.
Nicolas Cage, what can I say? Fantastic. I hate the fact that I can't remember these people's fucking names, 'cause I'm terrible at names. The woman who plays the cop, she's fantastic in it.
Yeah.
I think the shots are so Osgood Perkins, another director that I'm following closely. Can't wait for The Monkey to come out this year. I'm just because he did Black Clover's Daughter also a very cool movie.
It will be interesting to see how he does. It's a retelling of a Stephen King adaptation. I really wish he would just continue with his like own like. I mean, I know it's gonna be good. There's no doubt about it. But I really dig his like original stuff. It's like just keep going with your own stuff.
I will say though that as much as I try to quote unquote avoid trailers, like I saw the recent trailer of The Monkey. I don't know if you saw it too. That thing looks fucking crazy as shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong, like it's gonna be great. I just like his original stuff, and like I want to see him come up with new worlds.
Well, I mean, maybe this will be the thing that will catapult him even more to like give him free reign to do.
And I'll be honest with you, I never saw Monkey Shine. Was it good?
I've never seen Monkey Shines either.
I should watch that.
We should watch that first.
Yeah.
And like do some real like comparisons and see which one's better. But who knows? Stephen King films are like hit and miss. So like, it's whatever. Just like his books. Long Legs. Fantastic. We did a review on that as well. Definitely check that out. What's your number 3, Bryce?
You address me in the title that is fitting my lineage, and that is of the top 3 was Nosferatu.
Nice.
Yeah,
I can't
believe
do
it
the
or
voice. God damn it.
yeah, believe it or not, you know what did you know that he supposedly went to like an opera like singer to try to like to get to to practice to get his coach's
to practice
voice
going.
no, well, to do to get it deep. That voice was fucking deep.
Yeah,
and
it was
shit,
deep,
dude. So, I was kind of hoping he would do a little like SoundCloud rapper Crow in there too.
Yo, Shelly.
Get that fucking cheap ass beat.
Yeah.
Oh, Shelly.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I know I was talking some mad crap about. Nah, I wasn't talking crap. I said it wasn't my favorite Robert Eggers. That still stands, but as it stands for this year, I can't really think of too many movies that were more hyped up and I enjoyed. So I will give it as much as it wasn't my favorite Eggers movie, I will put it as my top 3.
All right. So down to the top 2.
All right.
All right,
Go
now
ahead.
I'll try something now. Come gather around, people. For now the top 2. Mine the top. My second favorite film of the year. It was recently. I saw it like.
And the rankings they are changing.
I saw Complete Unknown. I saw it just recently. I saw it Christmas Eve, and I fucking love this movie, dude. I'm a big fan of the director because he directed Walk the Line, which is another movie I love. Well, granted, they take liberties with the actual true stories of these artists, but I don't care because the actors who are portraying them really get into these roles, and I love music, and I love like these, like especially Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, and again, I was skeptical. I was fucking so hella skeptical of Timothy Chalamet twist.
Who else would they get to play
Timothy
him?
Chalamet. How did I'm calling them Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet family. Yeah.
I was very skeptical of him playing Bob Dylan because I wasn't sure how well he could just make me believe that he's Bob Dylan. And then he was like, I believed it. I fucking believe Edward Norton is fucking Pete Seeger. Even though the guy that didn't really speak because he was in the hospital playing Woody Guthrie, I was like, who's Woody Guthrie? Like, he didn't sing a word. He didn't say anything because he was like bedridden and stuff like that. The person who plays Joan Baez also does a fantastic job. And I know they did this stuff live, which is crazy. And I think Chalamet did a fucking fantastic job. And he's doing a crazy promo run for this movie. And
he learned to play both the accordion and guitar for this movie.
Harmonica.
Or harmonica.
Yeah, he did. It took him
it's
like
of the accordion family.
He said it took him like 5 years or something. To
really?
Yeah, to get all.
How long
that
has it
stuff.
making this fucking movie?
It's been like kind of in production for a while now. I guess like they gave him the role or something like that. But like he learned the guitar, he learned the songs. He said he learned about 30 Bob Dylan songs, and they used like 12 or 16 or something.
I don't know
like
what other movies they were gonna come out with now. I think they're gonna. When's that Kenny Loggins biopic? Danger Zone,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is it like the traumatic or like the pinnacle of Kenny Loggins whenever Top Gun comes out, and like he's just like someone comes in, Kenny, you're number 1 for the 10th time again, and he's just like,
no, that was after he was like his yacht rock years and all that.
no,
So I think
that's what I'm
come
saying,
in
but like he was like still like,
you're finished, Kenny.
you're done, Kenny.
Yeah,
it's over.
You got another Kenny Loggins. Well, you get ready for the danger zone, all right? He's like, wait a minute.
You're hitting the danger zone. And he's just like,
wait a minute.
and he's like this. He's like, he's driving highway to the danger zone. Yeah. And then the community cuts there. He's in a big fucking stadium. Highway to the danger zone.
He's driving. It's fucking like a danger, like little shoulder, like danger, and fucking like he's like school zone. Danger Zone.
Oh shit. Yeah. Again, what is the pinnacle when they get him to go like, Kenny, we need another hit for fucking Caddyshack 2. I got you.
All right. Yeah, it's like, how you doing today? I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, they would do it like real slow. Oh, right.
Yeah, right. Fucking stadium again. He's back in the stadium. I'm all right. Oh, they fucking do that. Fucking meet me halfway from fucking over the top and shit. He's like, we need another hit. You're done for, Kenny. Come on, man. Meet me halfway. Yeah. Literally, every song is like the same shit. He's like, half. Wait. Stadium, meet me halfway across the sky. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Complete Unknown was fucking fantastic. I loved it. I like got emotional because like I don't know what it is. It's a fictional. There's a lot of fictional things in the movie, but I enjoy Bob Dylan's music and I enjoy Pete Seeger and I also enjoy Woody Guthrie and I also enjoy Johnny Cash. And I'm not too familiar with Joan Baez, but I know like I should probably check her out more. But I don't know. I just love the movie. I just think it's great.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for these types of films. So
takes a little reviewer like you can to find the top 2 in me.
God damn. What's your number 2, Bryce?
Well, you're gonna have to excuse me because looks like I forgot to take my long legs off. Yeah, long legs number 2 for me. Fucking Nicolas Cage, killing it as a psycho bastard. Just like I know it's depressing as it sounds. He's never gonna play this character again, from what I understand. He's done with it. He said it left him in a bad spot. But it was great.
He got inspiration from his mother.
Yeah, which
is wild.
Thanks, son.
Make me like a fucking freak.
Yeah. Well, just the accent, I guess. But yeah, just Oscar Perkins. Black Ghost Daughter. I like that movie. It's much more subtle. He does have this like satanic bent though, which was kind of cool. Like Black Ghost Daughter was also like. I like how in his movies, like even though there's supernatural elements, they're never like fully like blown out of proportion in a way because even Black Ghost Daughter, like they do see like whatever you want to call it, and it's just like this big massive shadow, which is kind of cool. Same thing here. Like I just like the whole concept of the way they did it. I was really surprised. To me, it was a bit of a twist because I thought it was gonna be like a Seven type thing, where it's like a guy who's like into religion, but not necessarily like. I know there's gonna be a supernatural thing to it, which that was kind of like a cool surprise for me. And again, just like letting the director, letting Nicolas Cage is doing what he does best and just playing absolute insanity. So I don't know, I enjoyed it a lot. Again, another movie had a lot of hype to it, but I was not let down for sure.
Yeah, that was the one I avoided the trailer the most.
I saw them all, man. Yeah. I was like waiting. I was like, come on.
I got so much shit for avoiding that trailer. Remember?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, for you specifically.
When if it was on in the theaters, he was embarrassed to shit on him. He'd be like this. La, 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 la. And everyone's just like, what the fuck is wrong with this
guy? Anyways, I was imagine, Bryce, since you haven't mentioned it yet, and neither have I. We may have the same top one.
I mean,
film.
Come on, yes.
Top number 1 film.
Yeah.
You want to say it on 3? I go. Let's say. Hold on. Let's just make sure we're gonna go on 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3.
Hold on,
1. All right, go.
Okay. 3,
3, 2, 1.
The Exorcism. Nah.
The Substance.
Yeah.
Substance is number 1. I was almost without a doubt not gonna change that because I've never, at least this year, I haven't come out of a theater just like like cheering.
Do
on
you ever
fucking
dream
movie.
of a better you, a top movie of you?
I don't think either of us were as.
Dude, I was
so pleased with the movie.
Yeah, and just big surprise, big like out of the gate surprise.
Yeah.
I was just like, I didn't know what to expect of it. I know body horror. I was like, all right, but then I was just like, woo, what the fuck?
it went crazy. And you know, and I think what solidified it is like when we're watching it, we're watching it in the theater, and we're like kind of looking at each other like, are we seeing what we're seeing? And you're like, man, I don't think they make movies like this.
That's what I said. I was like, I
like,
didn't think they could make movies like this anymore. Like, honestly, I know it sounds stupid, whatever, but it's like, this one's an old bastard. You know, it just brought me back to like some 80s, 90s esque movies, and it was a pleasant surprise. It's crazy.
It really, Corley Faju is her name, I think.
Yeah,
I'm gonna butcher her name, and I did it once. I'm doing it again because I'm terrible with names. Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, fantastic performances. Dennis Quaid,
I don't know.
Fantastic performance.
He did fucking great.
Dennis Quaid's fucking scumbag.
I don't want to say because I don't know what else she's been in recently, but dare I say maybe a great comeback for Demi Moore.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Has she been anything before this movie? I feel bad saying that, but this could be like
I wouldn't say. I would say nothing of
acting,
nothing of substance. Yeah, and surprisingly enough, as we're recording this, they have some like actual nominations going on, which was shocking.
Wild.
That is wild. And dare I say, is horror like coming into like some sort of respectable type of or respectful form of filming? I mean, because normally they get shot down like at every turn.
And it's just
is Demi Moore giving it the kind of substance?
Yeah. Well,
to like give it some kind of a validity.
I don't know, man. I just I'm surprised too because the type of movie it is. Like, there's movies that I feel like are horror movies that could have been like. There's never been any Robert Eggers movies that have been nominated for, and he's just like, that's like more serious. Like, you could, what I mean?
Like we say, like,
but it's just it's wild the type of movie this is that it's getting nominations because this is very there's it has like it's the tone of like criticizing Hollywood and like the youth culture or the culture of like you got to be young all the time, like you gotta look hot, but it's make no mistake about it, this movie has a lot of schlock in it, which is like that's what surprises me that this is getting nominated for fucking awards or could be possibly getting nominated for awards because I mean it doesn't take itself too seriously. There's like the fucking Monstro Eliza Sue, like come on dude, like that was fucking hilarious. that was just I don't know, man.
I just think it was just an overall fantastic movie, and
very visceral. It's like so all the shots, like they knew what they were doing when they wanted to gross you out. And even just the fucking like the shot of the guy, what's his name? I'm sorry,
Dennis Quaid.
Yes, I was gonna say Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid. Yeah.
Imagine that. Ooh, that's a different scary movie.
Daniel Stern coming out of this movie.
No, but when he's like up in the like urinal, it's like subtle things too. He's just like the camera's like right up in his,
it's right in his face.
It's just like gross feeling. Like I don't know, really gives you like a lot of
but like there's been a lot of comparisons going on the internet where it has like a side by side kind of thing where you see all like the scenes where they pay homage to like past horror films and stuff like The Shining or Psycho or things like that, like literally like shots that are taken from these films. Now, was it deliberate? I don't know, but I mean, like
a lot of, but there's a lot of things on like we talk like Instagram, TikTok, or they do that, guys. I mean, well, you mean like in a bad way, or
no, in
like,
a good way though. Like that
all movies have some bit of derivative nature. I mean, you can't. I mean, you know what
I mean?
No.
I'm not saying that it's doing it to be derivative. I'm just saying like it's paying a genuine homage to these films. I haven't seen that because yet. Like a lot of the films that it seems like it's doing that for, like those are like well-known classic horror films.
Yeah.
And the director coming from like a particular like revenge horror kind of movie, and then making this film, it was just so surprising and like I just can't say like an almost like a near perfect film. I think we gave it like at the time it was like a 5 out of 5. Like I thought it was a fantastic movie, and I just didn't think there could have been anything better.
It's good to feel validated too, honestly.
Yeah, because
I
most
I
people,
think oh man, this is so great, and everyone's like, ooh.
They demean you for like a horror, especially
And
like a body horror.
To find
genre,
that
that's
find that
crazy.
there's so many people that like this movie is great, man. Honestly, I hope people keep making more movies like this.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, that's our top 10. I'm just gonna go over some of my worst, Bryce. I have to.
Okay.
Because they need to be completely squashed and obliterated. Maybe one can become a drinking game, but we'll see. Some of my worst films of the year: Night Swim, boring.
Didn't see it.
Works as probably like a short film, which I think it was at some point, but it was drawn out into a full-length feature film. Terrible idea. Did not work. Bad. Madam Web, hilariously bad.
I was going to say worst film or best film for. I mean, I can tell you this.
Hilariously bad.
Yeah, I mean that movie. Worst Marvel movie or best comedy? Because dude, I was like, I haven't even seen a comedy movie that made me laugh as much as this fucking movie, dude.
And thankfully the actresses Dakota Johnson and like Sydney Sweeney, like all of them kind of just brushed this movie off and didn't take it too seriously, which is good for them because maybe that's what made this work and didn't like tank their fucking career. The Exorcism.
Sydney Sweeney was in that movie.
Yeah, The Exorcism with Russell Crowe. For some reason, Russell Crowe decided to go into another fucking exorcism movie from The Pope's Exorcist, which is a piece of shit movie, into another piece of shit exorcism movie, which I don't understand. This is like 1 year apart. What the fuck are you doing, Russell Crowe? Jumping from the Russell Crowe. We're talking about The Crow. Bill Skarsgård's probably worst movie this year, probably ever, and probably his worst performance ever. I don't understand it. That one was
did
bad,
a complete fucking 180 with that to Nosferatu because it's
he
like
totally redeemed himself.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on in his brain when he made this movie, and I don't know what was going on with any of these fucking people who made this movie. Like, this is a terrible ass movie.
Yeah.
Flush it down the toilet.
Yeah,
this one was
so
probably
bad,
the biggest disappointment for us specifically. It's the movie called Stream.
Mm-hmm.
We actually almost went to go watch this instead of Strange Darling, right?
No, The Crow.
The Crow. Yeah, we were gonna go watch that. The Crow.
Maybe
so it would have been bad.
Maybe I don't know. Because honestly, either way, so who knows?
Regardless. Yeah. Stream. Oof, man, like a lot of horror. Legacy great actors that we love so much, wasted on this film, and it makes me so sad that Tony Todd, one of his last roles is in this movie, and like I mean the folks that are saying this is good, this is not good.
No,
all right, and not. I mean I understand that some of the people that were in it were part of the Terrifier franchise, but I mean like not even they could save this movie. The story was bad. Just the effects weren't that good, and I just feel it was put together at a rush, and it just was just so disappointing. It was so hard to get to this movie, and it's not even that long.
And to all the people saying that they like this movie, it's okay to not like a movie that your favorite actor's in. All right, like
Jeffrey Combs is great.
I love Jeffrey Combs. I love him. Yes, and he does a great job in this movie, but I didn't like this movie.
Yeah, this is movie.
You know, it's not his fault. That the movie, you know, and a return to screen of Tim Curry. Yeah. And although he wasn't, that was a big fucking letdown too because his face wasn't even shown.
Yeah.
But what a waste to have Tim Curry come back for this, man.
It was so bad. So that was probably the biggest disappointment for me. I was hoping to love this movie. And I heard people like talking like, oh, it's like fuck. No, it's not. It's not good. Next movie I saw that was bad, and people were like. Just talking a lot of shit, right? I mean, I like this director. Like, he doesn't have the best movies, but some of them are okay, even if they're not that great. M. Night Shyamalan, Trap, with Josh Hartnett.
Didn't see
this movie tonally was all over the place. I don't know what the fuck was going on in this movie. This was a movie just for his daughter to sing. And shame on M. Night Shyamalan for putting his daughter in this movie, and it's not good.
There's a lot of speculation that this is just a big advertisement for his
shame on him
daughter's
for doing
career.
This to his daughter, man. He just tanked his daughter's career too.
Didn't he have? Well, he gave another daughter.
Yeah, The Watchers.
Yeah,
which is another movie that came out this year. Very forgetful. Not a bad movie.
Man, this guy's just using his whole film career as a fucking opportunity to like further his daughter's fame and shit.
He goes. from the jizz of M. Night Shyamalan comes blah, whatever the fuck. It was just not good. It was a terrible movie, and it was rough to get through. And I was watching it at home, so it was like just not fun. And I don't know what, like I said, the tone that Josh Hartnett was going in, or like what, I don't know. It was just bad. Ugh. Last one I just recently saw that was probably the worst of this year was a movie that I was excited to see, and then kind of got discouraged by all the bad reviews that I was seeing. And I was like, you know what? I'm giving this a try because I'm the master of my opinion. Right? I'm the master of my opinion. It was Joker, Folie à Deux. Like, this movie, terrible. Fucking bad. Acting was good because it's Joaquin Phoenix. Lady Gaga's a good actress as well. But this movie was just not good. I didn't know what it was trying to be. And then the story was like just a complete mess. I didn't know what this Harley Quinn person was trying to do in this context. And then they throw in the ending. You're like, it was all for nothing. You know, they should have just left Joker as it was, because I enjoyed that movie, and should have left it alone. Fuck all the incel people who got like, oh, the Joker is like a hero, blah blah blah, or whatever they were trying to like say was going on why people really enjoyed this movie. All right, just leave it alone. It's just a fucking movie. All right, but then you have to go and ruin it by making this garbage, and then you have to make it a musical. For like the musical portions of this were like,
I didn't see it honestly, man. I don't know.
Maybe I'm not smart enough to have gotten the genius of the fucking director and what was going on. But
I guess I need to watch it at some point now.
No, don't bother, man.
Not? I mean, as well. Everyone.
If you want to, you know what? If you want to, you said that your dad, your father watched it and he said it was garbage too.
Yeah, I was like on my way home. I think it was. I don't know. It was like I called him. I was like, what are y'all doing? I was like, I just got finished watching Joker 2. Like, what the hell was that about? I said some shit like that. I was like, I don't know, man. I heard it was bad. I didn't see it. Bad.
It's a bad movie. And like, these are probably the movies that get me the most riled up, because I think The Crow, Madam Web made me laugh. I'll give it that. The Crow.
I wish The Crow made me laugh.
The Crow made me upset because
it wasn't even like it was bad in such a way that you couldn't even laugh at it. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's just,
well, you know, it was the complete opposite of the Substance, because I know when the Substance, me and Bryce were like, whoa, this is like great. Like, they're making this movie, and then I remember watching The Crow, and I turned to Bryce. This is a bad movie, right? This is so fucking bad, right? What time is it? Yeah. Oh my god, it's only been like 20 minutes. Like,
yeah,
God, this is terrible. But yeah, those are our best and worst of 2024. Hopefully 2025 will be better. I have to look in to see what actually movies are coming out. Are you excited for 2025?
I haven't really,
maybe like a shit show just in life in general.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, as far I was like, in movie wise, I haven't heard anything that's coming out.
I hope it gives me the escape from the chaos that goes on in this world.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our top 10 list and our worst. And share with us what you thought. Maybe we got it completely wrong. Maybe we forgot something off our list that was good. Yep. There were some, if we could make a top 20, we would do that. And we could, but I don't feel like it.
The Crow, like, you know, put your comments in there, man. Maybe like you said, maybe we were wrong. Maybe The Crow is number 1. And Substance should have been 10. Maybe Substance should have been in the worst movie. I don't know.
Maybe I completely misunderstood Trap and Joker. Yeah. Who the fuck knows? Yeah. But anyways, we'll see you next time. Again, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. Share this with any family and friends, and we'll come back to you with some more reviews and some fun movies to talk about. Hopefully. Unless life takes us out in some way.
That's right.
We'll see you next time.